Welcome to the second series of videos, Photoshop CS5 for architecture students. In the second series, we're going to be creating a drawing presentation from scanned drawings. Now, step one, I guess, is that we want to create a new file with the paper size set at A3 landscape. Now, we can set up a new file in the application pull-down menu, File, New. Now we can go through to the presets and let's look at international paper. And here we've got a series of standard A size. Now we want A3, but the proportions are wrong. This is higher than it is wide, so this is a portrait format. Now I'm going to change that, so I'm going to swap these over to 420 by 297 millimeters. Now the resolution, because I'm going to print it out to the laser scanner, I'm not too fussy about having a very high resolution. In fact, I want to keep it rather tight so I can email the final file. So I'm going to drop this down to 150 pixels per inch, or sometimes called DPI. Now, because if I'm doing a portfolio or a series of panel presentations, I'll probably be using the same set of presets. Now, instead of changing this every time we set up a new file, I can save this preset through this option here to save the preset. And I'm going to call this preset, going to call this A3 horizontal presentation. Okay. Now I'm just going to cancel out of that for the time being. Go back, File, New. And if we go to the pull-down menu, we can see our save preset is in the pull-down menu now. We can select that, go OK, and there's our A3 sheet of paper at 150 DPI through there. Now I'm going to prepare the drawings that I'm going to import into this sheet. Now I'm going to open up all of the drawings. Now these are saved in the resources in the video module student resources exercise 1. So I'm going to open all of these, select them all, go open, and it'll launch them all through a series of tab windows at the top there. Now, bearing in mind that the image size here that we're working with is 42 by 29 at resolution 150 DPI. Now, these raw scans, I scan them at a fairly high resolution, but these are copies of that raw scan. But still, if we look at the image size through here, they're at quite high resolution. Now what we want to do is, so that these drawings fit on our A3 page without affecting the sort of physical size of the image, we need to match the resolution of the source images with the presentation sheet. So if I drop down, I need to change the resolution here to match the others to 150 DPI. Now you notice when I change the resolution, it's changing the pixel dimensions, but it's not changing the physical size of the document. Now you need to be very careful, because sometimes down here there's a series of checkboxes. If this resample image is checked off, what you'll notice now is that all of these values, the width, the height and the resolution, are linked together. Now if I resize the image through any one of these values, it's not going to throw away any pixels or resize it, it's just going to change the proportion. So if you see, if I go 150 pixels an inch now, the actual physical size of my drawing has changed. Now, because I have scanned the drawing to scale, I don't want to change the physical size. That would be a disaster, because it would mean my drawings are no longer to scale. So I'm going to go back to that and make sure that that resample image has been checked. And we can check because these two items are linked, but I'm free to change this resolution. So if I go 150 DPI, you notice the width and the height hasn't changed, so it means my drawing will still be to scale. And you can see here the number of pixels will has dropped down, so the image will be smaller, and the actual physical size you'll see on the screen as I go OK will be smaller. So I'm going to go Control 0 to maximize that again. So the image size is now significantly smaller in terms of pixels, but the physical size is exactly the same. Now I can do the same with the other source drawings. Again, make sure resample. Going to change that to 150. Go OK. I'll maximize that to fill the screen. And finally, I'll go to image size, change this to 150. And again, notice that the width and the height haven't changed. Go OK. Maximize those. Okay, so all of my source drawings now have been resized but not rescaled. The physical size will be the same, and they match the resolution of my host sheet. So for example, if I bring this image in here now, I'm going to select it all, Control A or Command A for a Mac. To select all the image, Control C or Command C. To copy it, I'm going to go back to my presentation sheet, paste that in, Control V, and there you can see. Now I know that this drawing was 1:50 when I scanned it in, so I've got a sense of what the proper scale should be and how it should look on the A3 sheet of paper. And pleased to say that the actual scale of that drawing looks right for that sheet of paper. Now in the next video we'll be going through importing the rest of the drawings and pasting them into this presentation and starting to compose them on the sheet. So we'll see you for the next video.